want adventure, you want thrills. Dive with sharks, swim with whales. Come explore, come aboard Aggressor. You want animals, untamed, aggressor safaris, got game. Come explore, come aboard Aggressor. Don't be nervous, it's 5-star service. Think champagne in the wild. Come find your muse on a river cruise. Get inspired, travel in style. They're here to serve and blow your mind. Aggressive means adventure of a lifetime. Come aboard, come explore the wonders of the world. What are you waiting for? Come explore, come aboard Aggressor.
Good Monday evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Safety Stop right here on the Pennyroyal Divers Group. And I see Mike has already jumped in there and said hello. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Of course, JoJo, we couldn't. No comment post would be complete without the coconut bra minion.
I was trying to find another one, but we got to get going, so I picked one.
Oh, well, let me tell you, it is another Monday at the end of November, and it is cold outside. Not the word I like to use very often.
Yeah, I don't like the cold very much. I'd rather be a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had pretty good Thanksgiving. What about you?
Oh, yes, most definitely. I do know that my wetsuit shrank just a little. So I don't know how much it's going to shrink by the time January gets here.
Well, hopefully we can keep that to a minimum.
Yeah, well,
Half the size bigger.
Looks like Mr. Tony's joined us. Good evening, sir. So, the big thing, of course, we come out with the Black Friday stuff. The season passes. Let me tell you, them things went like hotcakes. You would think that they were like just flying, they wasn't going to come again,
They're faster than an F1 through Vegas, huh?
Oh, oh, let me tell you. But, of course, Black Friday and Small Business Saturday, we also started or threw out our very first live-aboard trip.
I know, right?
Are you getting excited, JoJo?
Just a little excited.
Yeah, it's the very first, after 30 years, or, we're right at 30 years. We've always done a staff trip. We've always went to an island. We have never done a live-aboard, so this is going to be a whole brand new experience. And quite frankly, I mean, we're going with one of the best. So,
no, not one of the best. I wouldn't go that far.
Well,
we're good, but not the best.
Yeah, well, one of the best known names, I should say. I mean, everybody knows Aggressor.
I don't know if that's where the credit is due.
Tony says he didn't get one. Uh-oh. Well, there's still January, so I mean, we still got the January sale coming up. So
You need to make sure you're on the list so you can get the
email,
email.
yep, get that discount
Yeah,
code.
I didn't get it, and that's how I figured out last minute about the discount for this because I didn't know if we are going to do it or not.
Yeah.
Then I seen it, I was like, "Heck yes!"
Miss Connie has joined us. Good evening to you. She's super excited about going. She was number 2 signed
Oh
up.
man.
So yeah.
Yes, I've been talking with Connie quite a bit on. We opened up the group chat. So I've been on there helping answering questions. So if your phone's been blowing up, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I see them all.
But yeah, everybody's got lots of questions. We threw this out. I mean, literally last minute. Uh, we had the flyer and the newsletter came out. It was just there. Come get it.
Oh yeah.
I am glad it worked out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome trip. I mean, Jojo, you've done a lot of research on Belize, so tell us about it.
Yeah. So I've actually been to Belize, not diving, but I've been there. Actually went cave tubing, believe it or not.
You went what?
So cave tubing.
Cave
You get on a
tubing. Okay.
cave after a nice hike through the jungle, and we got on little tubes, and we floated down the river, and there's these caves, and you float right through them.
Huh.
Beautiful. I'd recommend it if you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we decided it's time to do a liverboard. So, my research, Belize sounded like a good spot to get started.
You
It's
know,
a little diving for everybody.
and that is one spot, one destination that we have not been to as a group trip. So it'll be the first time to Belize. It'll also be the first live aboard. So, a lot of first going on this trip.
Now, this is still the same Mesoamerican reef that you are on in Cozumel and Bonaire and Roatan. So
Hmm.
you'll see a lot of the same species and stuff. It's just another part of that reef.
Well, anywhere you go, you're going to see something a little different because
Oh,
of the habitat. Um, you know, that's just one of the things. Depending on where you go, you will see a lot of the same marine life, but you know, it just depends on where you're at. You may see, usually you'll see more nurses in Roatan than you see Caribbean reefs and all of that.
and with this, we have a chance to see nurses in Caribbean reefs.
Yeah.
There might even be a chance for a manta ray or a whale shark.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to say the chances are high, but there might be. There's a one dive site that says, "Hey, these are seen here quite a bit." So,
There you go.
I'm not going to say, I can't promise any of it, but it might happen. Never know.
Oh yeah. Think about, a couple of years ago when we were in Roatan and, the octopus eating the crab.
Yes.
I mean, you never know what you're going to run across.
Oh, yeah. Time my camera breaks.
Darn GoPro.
Yeah, I know. Can't quit buying those GoPros.
Sea Life Sport Diver case. There you go. That's all you know.
I tell you, I am really looking into those sport lives. Probably won't get the case because guess what? iPhone sucks on camera, but uh, cameras look pretty good themselves.
Oh yeah. So this trip is February the 8th through the 15th. Is that right?
That sounds about right. Yeah, it's leave out on a Saturday, come back out
Yeah.
on a Saturday.
I'm looking at my cheat sheet.
I don't have
I,
that cheat sheet. I have another cheat sheet up.
yeah, I have
But
my
yeah,
cheat sheet up here.
we'll be flying into the Belize City. And one great question is, well, how are we going to get there? It's kind of like the same way we go to Roatan. Everybody kind of books their flights. Let it be if you do American or United or Delta. You get on one of them, you go to their hubs, and then you enter the city. Now you might run into some of the divers at those hubs. Some of them might be flying out of Nashville, or me. I normally fly out of Louisville. It's right down the road. So,
Yeah.
uh, but we typically will meet up at the airport. Um,
Yeah, it's
with,
pretty typical.
so once we're there, the aggressor crew will come. They'll pick us up in a bus once we're all together, and they will take us over to their hotel where their boat stop. Downhill. I
Do
can't
what?
quite remember the name off the top of my head.
Uh, Fort something.
Yeah, Fort
It's
George.
yeah, it's a Radisson, I believe.
Yeah. So we get to enjoy the accommodations there while they kind of get the boat ready. We can't board until like 4:30. Our flights will be in a little before that. So we
Yeah.
get to enjoy their pool and what's out there. Uh, Once the boat gets ready and we get all on board, of course it's going to be a normal. Think of it like a cruise. You get on board, you get settled in, you do your safety drills, and get to meet the crew. Just relax for the night, eat dinner. So that's a lot of how this is set up.
Yeah, and I think I also noticed something for those that are already signed up. There's a waiver or something I was reading about earlier that will be sent out a little closer to time, but you have to do it online and submit it. I
Yeah,
think it goes directly to aggressor. That way, when you get there, they've got it,
they already got it.
and it's
Yeah,
pretty
so
much your
pretty much
ticket to board.
we should have everything before we can get there. We should have all the paperwork submitted. One
Yeah.
thing to pout: if you don't get your passport, start working on it now. It can take a while to get. If you do, check your expiration date. 6 months after the day you leave. If it's one day in, they won't let you on the airplane.
We've actually encountered that one before too.
Yes. So
Nothing
check
like having to
everything.
leave a diver behind at the airport because
Oh,
they wouldn't let him
it's
check
gut.
in.
Yeah, it's gut wrenching. Wouldn't even let them on the plane.
They wouldn't even let him through security.
Oh,
Wouldn't let him check
no, he
in.
made it all the way up to the plane.
No, he didn't make it past the front desk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he had to do the board. Bleh, bleh, I can't even talk. The boarding pass. So when he
Uh-huh.
went up to get his boarding pass, they looked at his passport and said, it expired in I think 3 months, 3 or 4 months. It was
Yeah, it was. He had plenty of time on it for what we were doing.
yeah.
That was policy. It sucked.
Oh yeah. So make sure that's an important thing. It doesn't matter if you're going, on this trip or if you've got a trip scheduled, make sure you check your dates on your passport because believe me, they will leave you at the gate and fly without you if it's not within 6 months. Most places. There are some that are I think 3 months, as long as it's got 3 months left, but most of the Caribbean is about 6 months.
But we'll also send out reminders. Hey, make sure you get this done in this time frame. Everything's good. I'm working right now on kind of an information packet. I've already actually sent it to Chris for him to kind of look over it and say, hey, yeah, that looks good. So everybody that's signed up or wanting to sign up, we can get that out. You have information. Pretty much what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah. So we got a nice big yacht. A yacht.
A yacht.
A yacht.
What, 100
138 feet long.
yeah.
So not a small boat. It's not a day boat. It's a yacht.
You keep
Uh,
stressing yacht,
I've never been on a yacht.
yacht,
So excuse my excitement for being on a yacht.
yacht.
Uh, yeah, uh, there'll be about 20 guests or pretty much our crew. We can get all the spots filled up, and about 7 staff. And those are going to be our, the captain and the cooks and the deck hands. There'll be a night somebody up at night watching security just to make sure everything's going all right while we're sleeping.
Hey JoJo,
Yeah.
there's
Ooh,
your yacht.
yeah.
Sorry, I had
Good
to
thing
do that.
about it, there's no bunk beds either.
Oh yeah.
So
nobody
that's
would
one thing I
nobody
look for.
nobody would want me or you sleeping above them,
Yeah, exactly. So I took that one out completely. It's like, no, let's skip the bunk beds. So everybody has their nice on the ground. Uh, Another thing, most of the bedrooms are parallel with the dive dock.
So I've actually,
Nothing's below
JoJo,
water.
I've got the here's the layout if you want to since you're talking about it. There's the layout
Sure.
so people can see.
So yeah, so we'll start at the bottom. Kind of the engine room, and you see one deluxe stateroom. That's room number one. That's kind of below. It's the biggest room they have. King bed in there, and they got port windows. So as long as you don't mind being down in the belly of the beast, you'll have the biggest room on the boat. If you move up to the next floor, the main deck, you have the dive deck on the back, and all the bedrooms throughout that deck right there. So you literally get out of bed, throw on your gear, and jump in the water. I mean, that's how serious this is getting.
Yeah, they don't
Uh,
even give you a stop for coffee, JoJo. You got to go upstairs
no,
for
I
coffee.
mean, I'm hoping there's this little back table on the back. I'm hoping that's a coffee station.
You don't function
Throw
well
it down
without the
and get
coffee,
more.
JoJo.
Um, all the rooms have their own bathroom. We ain't all 20 of us sharing one or two bathrooms.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, big pluses. Now there ain't a lot of storage. I was looking at the storage. It's kind of like my camper. You get the storage above the bed and a couple drawers on the side.
Mm.
So if you're looking at power packing options, suggest they bring your dive gear in a soft rollable bag that you can kind of like roll up and tuck away somewhere since you ain't going to use it, but to get on the boat, save you a little space. uh, and then of course upstairs from that on the upper deck you got your restaurant and kind of your lounge. They'll show some movies and stuff up there, or maybe a presentation on the the reef fish and keep us entertained right there. Bring a good book to read. I mean, look at that sun deck just right on top. Nice big sun deck. You can read your favorite book on. Enjoy a cocktail. Yeah, a lot of fun.
So it looks like a pretty easy layout. I mean,
Yeah.
especially for divers because you're on the same deck as the dive deck. So, like you said, you walk out of your bedroom, you go straight down the hall out to the dive deck, don your gear, jump in. Make sure you don't
Mhm.
bypass the coffee station though.
Who knows? I might if I ask real nicely, maybe it'll be at my door when I wake up in the morning.
Connie asked, "Do we know if there's Wi-Fi available on the boat?"
Unfortunately, not. Uh, we are going to remote destinations. Now, one thing I did pick up at NEMA is as it comes available, they are going to try to do Starlink and get that option. I wouldn't expect it to be on there in 2025, but who knows?
Yeah.
It might change from here.
Well, and it just depends on how close you are to shore too. You might actually get, like a
Yeah.
data signal or something.
Yeah, when we're in Belize, yeah, sure. Yeah, you can get signal. We won't have Wi Fi or anything on the boat.
Yeah,
You might as well just tuck it away somewhere and enjoy your week long vacation.
it,
You
it
work so
it's a
hard for.
total disconnect from the
Yeah.
world. It's like, hey, I'm going
Um,
diving. I won't see y'all for 7 days. See ya.
yes. Now, if like there is an emergency and you had to make a quick phone call, they do have satellite phones.
Yeah.
But be ready for that one because it's like $5 a minute.
Well, do they do
So,
collect?
well, that's what I was thinking. This click call. We had a baby. It's a boy. Oh, Jesus.
uh, yeah, that's the way you need to do it. When I say, please state your name for the caller or who's calling, just give them
Yeah.
that, let it hang up.
Uh, yeah, that's what is that collect call. It's maybe it's a boy. You hang
There's
up.
always ways around it. uh, yeah, I didn't, Connie. I was almost certain they probably wouldn't, but who knows? Like JoJo said, we're still a little over a year out. So, I mean, technology jumps. So, you very well could have, or they could have access by the time we get there. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I was personally talking with the owners at DEMA, and this was one of the topics. Was yeah, we don't have it right now, but we're working on it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So
So
let's carry on,
really
JoJo.
overlooked the boat. Yeah. Any questions about the boat? Kind of an overview of it.
Has anybody ever done the aggressor or a liveaboard? Oh, and that brings me to also JoJo. We haven't done
Oh,
tonight's
yeah.
trivia question.
We haven't. We're getting too far ahead of ourselves too quickly.
We are. All right. So are we ready for tonight's trivia? JoJo,
Yeah.
you ready? All right.
I'm ready.
So this is a Belize question. Uh, yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw it up there since tonight's topic is Belize traveling to Belize, the Belize aggressor. What is Belize's most prized cuisine? Does anybody know what the most prized cuisine? See, I can't talk. Cuisine is in Belize. So we'll leave that up there for a minute and see. Throw your answers up in the comment box, and we'll see who gets it close. I haven't
Yeah.
seen Frank jump in there tonight.
I haven't either. He's normally here.
Yeah, he's normally on
Tony
there.
has said she has been to the Galapagos. I'm
Okay.
hoping, that's on my bucket list. So I'm kind of jealous right now.
Yeah,
Did you
but
get there before the arch fell?
yeah, but you're going to Belize on the aggressor, so
I am. So,
you
as
know.
I said, this is more of an all around. Everybody can go and have a good time. Of course, there's always stipulations on certain dives, what you can and can't do. But this one's just a good one for everybody. Um, so yeah, we get there, we get to the airport, and we get on the boat, get all settled in. Let's see, diving. Let's get to that. That's the fun part of it, right? Let's talk about the diving.
We've got a guess for the question. Kevin Hanley says conch. So we're going to keep up with your guesses, and then here in about 20 minutes, we're going to reveal the answer to tonight's trivia question. Emily says, "Isn't he hunting with the grandkids?" I think he may be. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he'd hunt this time of day, but
Uh, yeah, maybe he got one. He's taking care of it.
he could have. There's no telling.
So diving. For the most part, we're looking at beautiful reef wall dives. So very similar to that of the rest of the reef, where it comes up. It can come up to the water surface on most of the islands, or it might come up to about 20 feet, and then it will slope over, and it might drop down to 100, might drop down to 1,000 feet. We've been to many of those.
Don't drop your
So
computer.
yeah, or your spear, but there's no spear fishing. I did figure that out. There's no spear fishing, so sorry, spear fishers.
No
But we end
lionfish.
up with these wonderful dive sites like the aquarium. Yeah, it's about 40 to 60 foot dives with large buffle sponges, uh, deep sea fans, gorgons, giant elfin ear sponges, yellow tube sponges. So A lot of sponges probably means there's some nice turtles floating around. Spotted trunkfish. There we go. Look at
Yeah, I'm trying to get these thrown up here as quick as I can.
very as a very good spot for reef sharks, black groupers, uh, seahorses, and green turtles. Of course, you got sponges. You're gonna have turtles, and of course, the infamous blue holes on here too. That's got to be on like everybody's bucket list.
I've never dove the blue hole, but when we were heading to Roatan in October, we actually flew over. I mean, you could see. I've got a photo from the plane I was able to capture of the blue hole.
Yeah, this one I kind of expect us to be broken up into two groups. One for those that want to kind of stay shallow, and the ones that with they come more of advanced certifications get to go down to about 130 feet and get to go visit the stalactites down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a nice one. Of course, Half Moon Cave. I don't know if anybody's heard of that one. It's one of the bigger islands out there. This is one of those we can actually go and do a land excursion. We can actually get off the boat after a few dives and get our
Stretch your
land legs
legs.
back. uh, where we can go see the red-footed bobby birds and the frigate birds.
The red footed
They have
what?
decks built frigate birds,
The red footed what?
red-footed booby bird,
You said Bobby Bird.
bobby bird, booby bird. Sorry, I'm trying to read fast, produce at the same time.
I was gonna say red footed what?
But yeah, they have walkways up in the canopies. We can just say get out, stretch your legs, enjoy. And this spot's also good known for nurse sharks hanging around on the docks and snorkeling.
So Connie, Jonathan answer or put his guess up rice and beans, but Connie put up bucket list is diving the blue hole. So um, I think there's probably going to be a very good chance she's going to get to check that off her bucket list.
Yeah, I mean it's good. Of course, always weather.
Weather.
And I would say yeah, check it off the bucket list if you can. I've also heard it's not really the best dive. It's one of those. Yeah, I've done it.
Eh.
So don't get your expectations up too high on it. I think it'd be cool to see a bunch of those stalactites hanging in
Oh
the
yeah, most
400-foot
definitely.
hole. Yeah. Go play with tarpons in Tarpon Cove. Uh, which one? Oh, there was one.
Do what?
Elbow. Elbow is the one where we are likely to see our big, large pelagic creatures. Our eagle rays, reef sharks, hammerhead sharks. So we got a spot for that. So we got some nice wall dives, some nice deep dives, some
So make sure you got a good
nice
camera,
drift
right?
dives. Yeah, a nice camera would probably do wonders.
Maybe not a
Uh,
GoPro.
yeah, darn GoPros.
Brings you back to that or that octopus eating the crab again.
Yeah, I've had so many problems out of the GoPros as far as lost data. It ain't funny.
Oh,
Yeah, so eagle rays all over the place.
oh
You're
yeah.
just going to jump from one dive spot to another. 5 dives a day if you want them. Don't do all of them. There's 5 dives a day.
Oh yeah. And night dives. You could do a night dive
Yeah,
every night.
every night there's a night dive.
That's one thing I like about liveaboards, though. The idea is, when you get up, you can make the dives with the group. They also allow you to plan your own dive. So, I mean, you dive at your own pace.
Yeah. So if you say I'm too tired, I want to skip this dive, go ahead. lounge around, go eat a snack, bring your favorite book to read, go curl up in the entertainment hall or in your quarters and plop in a movie. It's whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Play a game of cards. We get to put down those electronics though.
Disconnected from the outside world.
Yeah. So and oh my gosh, the food.
So that brings
Uh,
me to another topic that I've heard. I think we discussed this. The only meal that's not included is the night before you leave, right?
yes,
When
the
you
very
pour,
last night. So
but
it kind of gives everybody a chance to get out and explore a little bit. Is my understanding, and of
yeah,
course, get the boat ready.
but from what I understand, is there's still enough food like on the boat, like the snacks and stuff, that you could fill real quickly and not
Uh,
have to get out.
there's like a cocktail party at like 5:30 where they have like
Y-
bar foods and drinks. So it's
Yeah.
like you've ate yourself crazy all week. You really want to go out? I mean, I'll leave that up to you. You know, the divers, but
Oh yeah.
really, the closest spot I know of is the hotel there. Because honestly, I'm not going to get around in Belize on my own, and
Yeah.
it's not the best place to be out and not know what you're doing.
Yep.
But I was looking at some of the menu. It's rice and beans, fruit platters,
Hey, we had
yogurt.
that guess. Yeah. Jonathan, rice and beans.
Uh, so like in the morning, it's like a continental breakfast: cereals, and yogurts, and fruits. And then the chef will come out and maybe cook up a couple omelets or some eggs you like. You know, just kind of slowly getting into the day. And then lunch is more of a buffet style, where you'll have your soups, your salads. Pasta might be out there. Different. I said salads. Fresh fruit and vegetables again. Maybe some kind of bread. You know, some kind of meat. Normally, maybe you'll have chicken or something. And then dinner. And one I really threw me out is um, filet mignon.
You're on a
Imagine
you're
having filet
jo-
mignon.
Jojo. You're on a
Yeah,
yacht. So I mean, you got
yeah.
to
I
have
mean,
filet mignon on a yacht.
filet mignon with red wine mushroom sauce. That sounds awfully good to me.
Like I said, you're on
Of
a
course,
yacht.
cheesecakes and desserts, and I mean, when you get off diving, they're going to give you a hot towel to wash the salt water off your face. There's hot
Uh,
showers for you to rinse off with, and then after that night dive, they're going to give you some hot chocolate. So,
I know a Kentucky boy is going to be in hogfish heaven when he gets on that boat.
yeah. The more I read in all these little things that I'm finding, and I'm going, where have you been all my life?
Oh, yeah. And that's one thing I've heard from folks who have been on different liveaboards, um, like Aggressor and the Juliet, and I mean, there's several different ones out there. But I mean, you get fed.
You do.
So
It's like you get up, breakfast, dive, snack, dive, lunch, dive, snack, dive, dinner, dive, snack, dive, night dive.
and a hot towel after each one of them, right?
Yeah, yeah. Then you can get this towel to get cleaned up with, and oh, it's gonna be a lot for 7 days. I'll probably need a vacation to get over the vacation.
Now, did I read it? I think I read it correctly. Off of. Uh, I'm trying to. what kind of? I'm assuming fish. Did that FM come off of? All right, I'm puzzled.
It's your dad.
I'm trying to. The wheels are turning. I'm not sure. Connie says there isn't a shortage of food, which is a good thing because JoJo doesn't like the shortage of food. JoJo gets
That's
hangry.
one. That's one of the things I love about Bonaire or Rotown. It's 3 buffets a day, and I even show up for the snack in the pool. It's like I jump in the pool, they know to bring me my snack.
There you go.
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, 5 dives a day. I mean, I think the average for a 7 day trip is 27 dives, if I'm not mistaken, is the average.
yeah.
So,
Uh,
27 dives in 5.5 days.
I mean, to do every dive, it's almost would be like a strongman competition in my eyes.
Eh,
To do every single one of them.
you never know what you might miss if you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you never know. Hey, look, Frank's in the room. What's up, Frank?
Hey Frank, you must have got his deer.
He must have heard us talking about him.
Hey, yeah. So you, as I say, you pretty much once you're on the boat, you consider it like a cruise ship. So you'll have to get your credit card, pretty much set it up with the cruise ship. Which then at the end of the trip they'll charge you for like your port fee, which we've already discussed is $130.
Yeah.
You can also put your gratuity on there, and they'll ask you if you want to do that at the end of the cruise. They will have, I guess, a small, uh, like a boutique store where you can buy T-shirts or mugs, stuff like that. So if you want a little souvenir, you can get one, vintage, right there from Aggressor. Let's see. Uh, Trip. If anybody's wanting classes, now I know we originally talked. I'm not teaching classes. I can't teach classes. Nitrox is highly recommended in my book just to get more out of it. I would do that with the quarry or dive shop because their prices are a little on the steep side. Uh, but advanced, if you don't want to miss the cold water, this might be the time to do it.
It's true.
And they do both PADI and SSI. So
Yeah.
options there.
Yeah, I don't think there's any instructors going on this one, so
Not with Pennyroyal, there ain't.
yeah.
It would all have to be through Aggressor and their instructors. Uh, and I'm looking at them, and it's
Yeah, cuz I'm actually going to make JoJo mad because he's going on Aggressor in February and I'm planning Bonaire in April. So hey, next year's our 30th year. We really haven't done a ton of travel, so we're ready to get out and experience different places. And so, Belize is the first stop.
Belize is the first one. And then you can hop around and go to Bonaire right next and do a bunch of shore diving and show us all the skills you learn. You go from easy diving to okay, I can dive anytime I want. That's a little bit more, I guess, uh, energy bearing.
Mm.
Takes a lot of work to load up that truck.
Yeah, it does. And especially if you're trying to cram 4 people in it, 4 sets of gear, 8 tanks.
So yeah, I'll show up and I'll have a full tank and take 3 steps and I'm in the water.
There you go.
I mean, the big difference is the boat has a schedule. It's whatever the boat is. On
Yeah.
air, it's freedom.
Yeah.
So 2
Exactly.
different worlds.
I know Mike's asking when is Bon Air. Bon Air is going to be April 2025, but we don't have dates locked. Excuse me, dates locked in yet. Um, we actually started that process at DEMA, so you'll just have to stay tuned on that one. I'll put it out there as soon as we got it locked in. But oh yeah, most definitely. You know, I'm ready to, I'm ready to see what 30 years holds, our 30th anniversary. And like I said, we haven't done a lot of trips over the last 30 years. And so, you know, I think we're at a place to where we can celebrate 30 years. And, what better way than getting ready for, the start of our 31st year than to take a couple of trips. So
Oh yeah,
I'm
everybody needs to
excited.
get away and enjoy it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love filling tanks, but I like to dive too.
Oh, so,
um, so Chris, let me ask you, what happens if you have a regulator malfunction?
okay. Uh, go a little more in detail. Are you talking?
You're on the boat and your regulator goes down.
Well, me, I would, break it apart, see what's going on.
Okay. And other people's might, even if they have a possibility, bring another set, right?
Exactly.
Okay. With
Redundancy.
the aggressor, you don't have to worry about that. If your gear breaks, they have their aqualung lung free of charge. You can use it for the rest of the week.
Oh,
No working on gear, no nothing.
eh. But I'm
So
kind of partial. I kind of like my own gear.
I'm not saying that you know how to.
Oh yeah. Well,
By all means, go on
the
and
re-
fix your gear.
the reason I say that is because I have fell in love with the oceanry full face, and so when I'm on trips, that's what I dive with. And so yeah, it's just like I got to switch back to my standard mask and regulator. I'll fix this.
So yeah, if you're worried about having to pack a second regulator, unless you absolutely have to have that second regulator, don't worry about your regulator breaking. Just if it breaks, you're covered. Think of like free insurance. If
So
you lose
what?
your dive luggage, don't worry about it. It's covered.
Well, what about your clothes?
Well, I mean, there's the boutique store then, I guess.
You can always get a I love Belize shirt with Bermuda shorts and
Yeah,
sport that for
exactly.
the week.
Well, I mean, this you're on a boat. You're packing light. It is swim trunks and light shirts. You
Yeah,
will
it's
probably
not
be barefoot most of the time, so maybe a pair of shoes to get out and get on the sand and walk around.
yeah, it's not like you're going to be going out in the town and, walking around or anything. You're going to be on a boat.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think that pretty much covers
I mean,
the bubble of it, anyway.
that's really the perfect place for a full foot fin.
Yeah.
I mean, cuz you're
Yeah.
not
Exactly. You can
yeah.
use a full foot fit on this and not have to worry about it.
Oh yeah.
You do not need booties.
Yep. Yeah, perfect opportunity, It's
This reminds me of those shoes we've seen at Dema. This is about the only place I can see of using them.
yeah. All right, JoJo. Well, let's throw the trivia question up one more time before we reveal tonight's answer to the trivia question. We've already had a couple people guess. I think we had conch and rice and beans. Was there another one that I missed? Or tell JoJo to fix it if it messes up. Yeah, because JoJo's now a factory tech service tech for Sherwood. Yeah, Sherwood.
Yeah, you guys sure would. And
All
we
right.
theoretically, yeah, I could do it, but I don't have the parts and tools to go through it. So let's just get
Yeah,
from
it's
there,
going to be
guys.
hard on a boat. So, all right. What is Belize's most prized cuisine? So we'll give it about another minute. Throw your answer up in the comment there, and JoJo's going to be nice enough to tell us the backstory on it. So
Oh yeah, it's fun.
real short
I learned this
backstory.
one while I was in Belize
Yeah.
on that tubing trip.
Yeah. I would have never guessed that, but I'd have probably
But
said
yeah,
something
I
like,
am extremely excited, and of course, I also have my North Carolina trip coming up as well. So,
yeah.
uh,
Well, and then we've got the aquarium in September.
aquarium. Yep.
And those are a couple of I say local domestic trips that little weekend trips that we do. But really, that's going to be the first time to Belize. So
So mid June, North Carolina, we get to go play on the Rex with the Tiger Sharks. And was it August,
September,
September the aquarium?
September's the
September,
aquarium.
Georgia Aquarium.
Yeah.
And I gotta get my daughter, my oldest, certified because she'd love it, and she'd
Oh
be old
yeah.
enough to get in it. So I gotta get that done.
Let's see. Mr.
uh,
John, good evening, sir. Mr. John Land says, not sure about the cuisine, but they have the best hot sauces he's ever tried. uh, let's
well,
see.
I'm hoping we get a good cook. I would really suck to get a bad cook for a week.
All right. Well, JoJo, tell us the answer to tonight's trivia question because I have to be honest, I have not seen it pop up yet. So
Yeah. Believe it or not, the prized cuisine is actually a rodent. So
and
it's
it's
a
not a
rat.
squirrel.
No, it's a rat called called gibnet, I believe, if I'm pronouncing it right.
Gibnet.
And when Belize was kind of coming around, Queen of England came down. She asked, "I want your most fantastic dish." And well, they really didn't have like a national dish, so they just got a rat. The
Yeah.
queen.
Yeah. Let's see.
uh,
So, JoJo, what did you eat on your last dive trip? I ate rat.
I mean, Bonaire is the first time I ever had goat. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Well, Hey, when in Rome, right?
Yeah, I mean iguana. I've had iguana down there too.
I tell you what, when we were in New Orleans, we put away some gator.
We did a lot of gator.
Oh, yeah. So what I was going to do, let me see if I can get it here. Um, let's see. Okay, well, and I don't have it up, but that's all right. So I mean, if you're interested in liveaboards, there's several different ones out there. Aggressor's just one of the bigger ones, but you've got Blackbeards, you've got the Juliet down in the Bahamas. Um, there's several in the Pacific. So I mean, there's tons of liveaboards around. So get on their website, or get on websites, and you can kind of look and see. Uh, Aggressor has liveaboards in a lot of places. I know it's in
Oh, yeah.
Belize, Turks and Caicos, Roatan. Oh Lord.
No, they even have safaris in Africa.
Oh yeah, they've got safaris, land-based resorts. I mean, they're a big operation.
They are. Uh, I was amazed at how big they were. And then you start looking into them. It's like, ooh, here, 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 here.
Well, I
Oh,
won't
there's
forget
just
that. I won't forget the last day of Dema as we walked past the Aggressor booth. I thought you was fixing to start crying because we were walking out the doors like, but I want to stop, but I want to die.
I know. I was like a little kid hanging on your coattail the whole time. You gotta go over here. This way.
I want to go here. Oh goodness. Uh,
I'm
so
surprised you
yeah.
didn't slap me and say, "Get grow up, kid."
Well, what I tell you before the Monday night before we left for Dema, it's like the divers Toys R Us. I mean, you just got it's like, you know, walking into a casino for the first time and hearing all the bells and the lights going off, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, it was definitely sensory overload for me.
Yeah, especially when we walk past the mermaids, but we won't talk about that one. Oh, but so yeah, of course, it is the off season for local diving, but that doesn't mean we're not diving. I know here in a couple of weeks, in a program in coordination with a local YMCA here, we're doing underwater photos with Santa. So
Yeah,
that's going to be pretty cool. Of course, we've got our staff in service coming up this weekend. We're going to be going over visual inspections. Woohoo! Can't wait for that one. It's going to be a fun class.
yeah. We get to do a bunch of bell ringing.
Yeah. So, but so we've got a lot of stuff on the agenda. We're heading to Florida in February. Doing the Springs trip, February 17th and 18th. I think we're leaving on the
Hey, write
16th.
that down. I didn't know that one.
Oh yeah, yeah,
17th through 18th.
yeah. We're
So
gonna
you know
have
where we're
open
going?
water checkouts.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You need to throw in the last dive at Rainbow River then. That'd be an
We're
awesome
not
little
going
beach.
that far.
Oh, you ain't going down to Central Florida?
No, no.
Oh,
We're keeping it kind of close.
Panama?
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully we can do. I'm hoping that we can work Morrison in
Morrison.
there.
Yes.
Yeah,
If the river level ain't up, Morrison's great. I'd rather go there anytime over Vortex.
yeah. So that's kind of the hope and the game plan. But again, just a quick weekend trip. So
Sweet. I love. Hey, diving's diving. Even if it's just for a quick weekend.
Connie, the Springs trip is actually it's an on your own. We don't actually have like a package or anything. We put the details out, where we're staying and all that. You're welcome to book the same hotel. We kind of do like go to dinner as a group and stuff like that. But we don't when we do a Florida trip like that. We don't normally do a package. It costs this because you know you're going to be diving. Hotel stay and all that. It's just as easy, if to get your room. Morrison, one reason we really like Morrison, awesome place to dive if the river's down. Crystal clear water. If the river's
Mm,
up, it's not so clear, but um, it's more. There's no
yeah.
charge at Morrison, so
Yeah.
that's one reason why we do it that way.
They're closed right now because they're building a brand new dock. So when you get down there, you have a brand new dock to work with.
Yes.
Uh, but yeah, nice sandy entrance there. Easy entry. Get to play in the mangroves. There are always a lot of bluegill and fish playing around in the mangroves.
Yeah, and like I
You
said,
can get
if
about
the
40 feet right there. Sit on the log and take a nice group picture.
oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I see. Emily said it's a free for all meetup. So yeah, it is.
the
Yeah.
last time Emily was down there, it was brown in the
Oh.
water. I don't know where you were, but where I was, it was clear.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't clear until you got to the point that it was clear, and then it was
Yeah,
clear.
you had to get to that point.
You had to get to that point.
Oh,
But yeah, we'll keep everybody posted on that. It's a great weekend trip. It's really the most expensive things, the hotel room. Get it for 2 nights. If you're going to drive home on Monday, you get one for 3 nights. Typically, we stay in the Funiac Springs at the Super 8, and it's
Yeah,
usually
said that.
pretty cheap. 60, 70
Uh,
bucks a
Food's
night.
right there in town, so
Yeah.
we get back, take a shower, go get dinner. It's an easy place to grab a quick breakfast.
Maybe we can hit up that barbecue joint there again because that's some pretty good
Oh,
barbecue.
definitely. Gotta hit the
What
barbecue. Were you
wasn't a
starting
big
to
fan of
out?
the karaoke people, but the
Oh,
barbecue
that
was
one.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I say wasn't a big fan of the karaoke people. It was the guy who was putting the karaoke on that kept
Yeah,
singing.
there was no karaoke. He was just singing.
Yeah, he was
Probably
just
would have been
singing.
better off to have karaoke.
Hope he's not watching the show. Oh, but
I
anyway,
don't know if Emily's Italian or she's saying she just needs money.
I don't know. Or at least she's not got a thumbs up. Looks
Yeah.
like she's trying to hitchhike to Florida.
But Morrison, if we go to Morrison, it is free. It's a public park, so that's
Yes.
the good part about it.
Just don't have airfields. Um, so, you know, but we do have the new trailer that we'll be taking down there. So we can load tanks up and, have several tanks and then, make a quick trip to Vortex, let them fill them all.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
with their little compressor they got.
Their little compressor.
They fill like 3 tanks at a time.
They only fit what?
They don't fill very fast or very much volume anyway.
Oh, I was gonna say I've not seen their
They are
compressor, so
slow.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of compressor system they got. So
Oh.
I know they've got one because
I
they
guess
fill tanks.
I'm spoiled with 2 compressors, bank tanks, and 15 whips.
Yeah, 15 whips. Who's got
Yeah,
15
more than
whips?
that. No, it's more like 20, ain't it?
Yeah, we've got 21.
Yeah, 21. Ah, okay, I was a little off.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've got 21. We can fill 21 cylinders at one time. That's a
It
lot of
is.
air.
Yeah.
That's a lot of air.
We're filling them up about as quick as we can get them back down the hill.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, JoJo. Well, it is 8:58. So, do you have any final thoughts for us for this evening?
Hmm. I am extremely excited about this. Oh,
I
I know
believe
I've been blowing
extremely
up
excited is
your
an understatement.
phone. uh, but please, if you're interested, you can hit me up at Christina and Joe on Facebook. You can private message me. Just let me know you're interested or I got a question about the aggressor. Hit us up in the chat room there. Uh, throw something up on the Facebook page here. We'll see it and get to you.
Yeah. Now you've
So,
also you started a chat
chat room,
on the
yes.
Belize aggressor too.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm blowing up your phone.
Mine's not the only one, so I don't have to suffer alone. uh,
But yes, it is there. I'm trying to make this as you know full forward as we can get questions because I really want all 17 spots filled. Because if I get all them, man, I know it's going to be one heck of a trip with good people.
oh yeah,
That
most
right there could
definitely.
be just make the perfect dive trip with great people.
And let me cut to this real quick while we still got a little bit of time. We do have the trip up on our website, Belize Aggressor. Here it is, February 8th through the 15th. If you're interested, just wanting some information about it, it's there. There is also a about 5 minute video on Belize from Aggressor, so you can check it out there. Most of the information about the Aggressor is on here. Of course, Joe's got a contact button, his very own button. Joe, you have a button for the yacht.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that button works. My ears ring or something?
Maybe. Then of course we've got the printable flyer. So if you want to kind of print it out and take a look at it, let's see. I think it'll open up. Yeah. So right there, you can click on that, bring that up. You want to print it out, whatnot. So real quick and easy. Let me go back to it here. Just going to show. There's also a book your spot now tab that is now working. Just so everybody knows, we had a disconnect this morning on it, so I had to get it fixed. But all that information is right there. You can get all to it. And then, of course, our chat feature down on the side down here, if it'll pop up right there. So if you have questions, you can, while you're on the page, pop that up there and right there, and then just start chatting, and it comes to us. And if it's Belize related, I'm letting JoJo handle it.
It's all right. I'm glad to do it.
So, but anyway, so we've got all that information up, and if you're curious about the aggressor fleet, you can get on their website. I believe it's aggressoradventures.com, and look at the different places they go. You don't have to go as part of a group. You can actually book. So check out the different places where they go, and land-based, all of that. So a lot of good times out there.
Oh yeah, I'm working my way up. Maybe one day we can go to the Cocoa Islands. You know what those are famous for, right?
Galapagos. Krista wants to see the
Cocoa.
penguins.
I want to go to the Cocoa.
I'll let y'all fight that one out.
Jurassic. That's where Jurassic Park was inspired.
Oh, okay.
Has all the big creatures except the penguins and the iguanas. But I want to go where they filmed Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. Well, it's that magical hour of Monday evening at 9 o'clock. So our time this week has come to a close. I just want to thank you guys for tuning in with us each and every week that we're on. Nothing better, in my opinion, than being able to sit down and chit-chat with JoJo and you guys about our favorite sport that we all love and enjoy, and that's diving. Whether it takes you, local diving at the park, or if it takes you international to the Caribbean, Australia, wherever, we're all about diving, and that's what we want to do. So, and we appreciate you guys coming to us each Monday night, spending an hour with us, listening to me and JoJo ramble on, and of course, make wisecracks like yacht. So, yacht. So, with that, guys, we'll catch you right here next Monday night, right here on the Pennyroyal Divers Group Monday Night Safety Stop. JoJo, I will see you on Saturday morning. Yeah, Saturday morning. So, all right. Y'all have a great week. If you're diving this weekend, we hope you have a safe, fun, and awesome diving experience. If you're diving here, it's kind of chilly, or landlocked in our area. It's chilly. So
I'll go diving.
Yeah, you'll go. You got a dry suit. All right, guys, we'll catch y'all next week right here on Monday Night Safety Stop, Pennyroyal Divers Group.
We are the kings of everything. We are the kings of everything. And it's always a good time. If you're with us, you'll be fine. 'Cause we are the kings of everything.
We are education. We teach the world's most respected system in diving. We are exploration. We introduce millions to the underwater world.
We are community, connecting the world's largest and most active tribe of divers.
We are conservation. We create ambassadors for the preservation of our ocean planet.
We are Patty, and we are a force for good.